So hi guys, today our topic is biophysics and vision and hearing. So biophysics, it plays a very crucial role in understanding mechanisms of vision and hearing, and it has two essential sensory modalities that enable the organisms to interact with their environment, and these processes involve both complex physical and biological interactions which transform the stimuli into neural signals. And these stimuli and brain signals, the brain interprets them. So talking about the vision now. The vision, we also all know what vision is. So in biophysics, the vision begins with the eye, okay, where the light enters through the cornea and it passes through the lens, and then it focus the light is come, or the image which we just hit the cornea and lens, then it is focused onto the retina. Okay, so from retina, it contains, we all know the retina contains the cones and the rods, and they respond to the light. Rods are very sensitive to the light levels and provide black and white vision. While as the cones are responsible for the vision and function of the bright light. Okay. So we have the photons. When they hit the photopigments in the cells, these rods and cones, a biochemical cascade occurs. Okay, a cascade means a biochemical process occurs in which the rods, the pigment of the, remember this is important, the pigment rhodopsin undergoes a conformational change. When the rhodopsin goes through a change, it activates G protein. G protein is also known as transducin. So this process leads to a series of events which ultimately result in the hyperpolarization of the photoreceptor cell. And when the photoreceptor cell hyperpolarizes, there is a reduction in neurotransmitter. So it releases a synapse with bipolar cells. After that, this modulation of neurotransmitter releases graded potential. It generates actually a graded potential which is relayed onto the ganglion cells. You know ganglion cells? Ganglion cells are actually those cells that form the optic nerve. And then the optic nerve transmits these signals into the brain, especially in the visual cortex. After this, the information, these vibrations cause an image and in the cortex, and the information is processed to create the perception. Not an image, the perception of an image. And this whole environment is made, and this whole process involves the integrated spatial and temporal coding of light intensity and color, which allows in perception of rich visual environment so that we could see thoroughly. After that, we have hearing. In biophysics of hearing, it starts with sound waves entering the ear canal. We have sound waves. It enters the canal, which is also known as the ear canal. It strikes the tympanic membrane, also known as eardrum. And this whole thing causes the eardrum to vibrate. After that, the vibrations are transmitted through 3 tiny holes in the middle ear. We have 3 tiny holes in the middle ear. Everybody knows which are the malleus, incus, and stapes. Okay, malleus, incus, and stapes. After that, it amplifies the sound and transmits it to the oval window of the cochlea in the inner ear. Okay, so after that, the cochlea is a fluid. We all know cochlea is a fluid-filled structure divided into 3 chambers. So the vibration from the oval window, which I already told you, it comes through a oval window-shaped place, cochlea. It creates a pressure and waves on perilymph fluid, which move to the basilar membrane within the cochlea. And it has the different frequencies which causes the specific regions of the basilar membrane to vibrate. With higher frequencies, if we have the higher frequencies, it will stimulate the base. It will stimulate the base, and low frequencies stimulate the apex. Okay. So we have hair cells also. Hair cells, the sensory receptors in cochlea, sit in the basilar membrane. When the membrane vibrates, it causes hair cells to bend, opening mechanically, okay, which is gated into ion channels. So this whole thing leads to the depolarization of the hair cells and release of neurotransmitters and audio nerve fibers, which generates the action potentials. These all signals, they travel through the auditory nerve in the brainstem. We have the auditory nerve in the brainstem, and then the auditory cortex is where the sound is interpreted. So the sound is interpreted. After that, the integration and implications of both. Now we will talk about the conclusion, the integration and implications. Okay, so both vision and hearing illustrate the conversion of physical energy into neurosignals, which we already talked about. And these signals go through the intricate biophysical processes in which vision relies on the conversion of light energy through the chemical signals. And these involves the mechanical energy converted into electromechanical signals, and these are gated into ion channels. And these electromechanical signals, the processes are finally tuned into organisms, which enable them and adapt their environment, providing the crucial information for the survival. So we all saw this, and the research, when we do the research of biophysics of vision and hearing, it not only enhances the understanding of sensory processing, but also informs medical advancements, such as the development of cochlear implants, treatments, vision disorders, which whosoever understands these complex systems, it opens a pathway for the innovations of technology and therapy, which emphasizes the importance of biophysics and sensory biology. So that's all for today. Thank you so much.